Listen up or run for cover. Dropping knowledge from the people who have it to the people who need it. The real Brad Lee is dropping
What it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Today in the studio, folks, I got a real treat for you. I'm sure you guys have heard of him, and if you haven't, you're going to be following him from here on out. He goes by the name of Vegas Dave, one of the best sports pickers. Matter of fact, makes millions of dollars telling people literally who to pick, and all you see is, you know, DM after DM that fucking you're the GOAT. This dude walks around with bags worth more than like you walk around with several bags worth $1 million collectively.
Collectively, yes.
Watches that are blinging out the ass. He's got this kick-ass Louis Vuitton bag he just brought in, and it's filled with like a couple $100,000 worth of rookie cards. Everybody and their dogs trying to hit him up and find out, you know, what card do I buy? Welcome to the show, Vegas Dave, better known as Vegas Dave, but actually Dave Wancha.
Correct. Hey, you pronounced it right.
Which one's here today? Is it Vegas Dave or Dave Wancha?
It can be both, but it's probably Dave Wancha.
Yeah, and guys, remember, like if you're ever feeling depressed and down and sad, you know, and you think like nobody wants you, Dave Wancha.
There you go. That's perfect.
So, dude, listen, I saw you you cranked a home run with that Mike Trout rookie card. What'd you make on that deal?
Several of them. The red one I bought for $180, sold for $920,000, and the one I paid $400,000 for, I sold for $3.9 million. And I sold some between that too. So I had pretty good flip in 24 months.
3.9 milli. Now, do you think that's going to go for 7 mil someday?
One day, but the reason I got rid of it, because the room to grow is pretty much peaked out. And right now we're at like the top of a bubble in a baseball sports card market. So it's time to sell, but it's always worth what anyone's willing to pay. It's only one in the world. So people that got fuck you money, doesn't matter. If they want it bad enough, they'll get it.
Now, what about basketball and like football? What's the cards to look for there?
The box, I'm going to show you, the 86 Fleer box. I'm going to show you right now. That's a couple $100,000. And football, like I said, I'm big into Derek Carr, not just because I don't think he's a top quarterback, but it's my vision of the Raiders being in Las Vegas in a 2-3 year plan under Gruden, where they'll be a Super Bowl contender. So I did $2 million in Derek Carr and about $3-4 million in Mike Trout. Those are the only two people I really went all in.
And you also got two badass suites, cribs in what is it, Cabo?
Cabo. I have one right now, and I'm building another one next door. So that's another year away. I had switched builders, and it's actually going to be 35,000 square feet now. It's to be fucking huge.
Now, is the first one that size?
8,000 square feet.
8,000 square feet. Is that called Pedregal?
Pedregal, yep.
So would you rent that out?
That's all it is. It's a rental. I rent it out for $3,000 a night. I had to get some type of retirement because I never had a real job, and I never knew I'd be making this kind of fucking money. So, but anyways, $3,000 a night, rents out 20 days a month. So after overhead, 40-50 grand a month. So I bought the 2 lots next door and building my dream house there just for retirement. Or I go to Cabo, you know, Mondays through Fridays, like 2 to 3 times a week.
How do they treat you down there?
Like royalty?
Because you throw money around like it's fucking free.
Yeah, I take care of everybody there. They love it when I'm there. I take care of the kids, feed them on the beach. I always take care of every single person, from the hostess to the janitor to the beach attendant. They work so hard for all day. You know, they work all day for maybe like $5 a day American. So when I slide them at 20 or 100, that's a big deal to them. Yeah,
and to you, dude, is it because it comes so easy, or are you just that generous?
Generous. Even when I was struggling, making money, blowing it, I always took care of people. It's just in my blood. So I always, you know, make sure that I always take care of everybody. That's just how I operate.
Now again, we're going to get back a little bit in your past, but how'd this all start? Like literally, folks that are listening, like he basically says, "Hey, I'm going to tell you who's going to win. It's like $1,000. You buy it," and he tells you. Now, the difference is like fucking thousands of people pay the $1,000, which is crazy because like. And by the way, the guy that worked here, or still does kind of, but the guy that works here, he kept saying, well, you should get Dave to do one of those VT courses on how to pick them, And I said, well, did you do it? Because he did your service and he was fucking winning. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why doesn't everyone just do this?
It's going to be 2,000 next year.
Yeah, but you can't win them all.
You
just consessently win more than you lose.
Yeah, I mean, you have to understand this. My picks are 1,000 for one pick. And I could, if I had enough merchant processing, I could do like $10, $12 million a month. I'm maxed out at $4 to $5 million a month, depending on Stripe or what.
Well, use mine.
We'll work something out.
I got one.
That's $1,000 a pick, and people don't believe it, but it's real. And I have to win at very high percentages for people to pay $1,000. Then they got to bet at least $3 or $4 grand or $5 grand just to make their $1,000 back, plus the juice in the game. And I had people, nonstop every single day. Last year, these plays were 500. I raised it to 1,000 this year, and next year they'll be 2,000, and I'll get that too.
You raising it?
Yep.
So if you guys are listening, you better jump on them now. Well, what's going on between now and then? You got
New year, just $2,000. That's what I'm worth for one pick. If you don't want it, use someone else. Have fun. I don't need your money. They need me. Yeah, they can't beat the Bucks. They can't beat them. They need me. So
now, how did you fall into this though, or was it a plan from day one?
No, I was a professional sports bettor for years, and then when I beat the system and broke all the records, they banned me. And when they banned me, what was I going to do? I was going to get a 9-to-5 job, so I pivoted. And instead of betting, I sold my expertise, and it actually was a blessing that they banned me. Because my goal was to make $100,000 a month as a sports bettor. Now it's $100,000 on a bad day as a consultant.
Not to mention, they were going to try to stick your ass in prison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when they banned me, they indicted me on 19 alleged felony counts. I fought the feds for 3 years. It was a 40-year prison term. Thank God for David Chesnov, Richard Schoenfield out here in Vegas, two of the best attorneys. I walked away with no prison time and no felonies, and it was the best thing ever happened to me. It made me pivot from a bettor to a consultant, and made me appreciate life more. So it was a blessing in disguise.
Now, every day I'm watching your stories, you're getting up at like mom's house and working like long ass hours.
Yeah, every day.
What are you doing?
Morning. Working.
Yeah, but what's working?
I'm looking at the lines. I'm doing college basketball, football. So every day the lines come out. I have to see where the lines are, study stats, study the line movements. It's nonstop all day long. And I'm just a machine. I can't talk to anyone. I have to have silence. The phone's on silent, no music. And I literally sometimes I don't even step outside to breathe air. I'll be locked in that room all day. And I could go 2 weeks without even talking to one person. I'm so focused on my work and craft right now.
How many hours a day you think you're working?
18.
18 straight. How many days a week?
Every day.
Every day.
Even when I'm in Cabo, I'll take the computer and I'm still there the whole time.
But what about when we see you at the fucking Lakers, courtside seats sitting next to fucking Beyonce and shit?
Yeah, well, basketball, I get it 2 hours for the game, in and out. Computer's with me.
You just go right back to it.
And I can send the plays out from my phone, and I can send out my posts from my phone. Yeah.
What about if two buddies go in and pay $1,000? How do you know who paid the $1,000?
We find ways of detecting. We have them sign a disclosure that if they resell it or share it, then we keep the money and we send them the opposite picks. Happens all the time.
What if the opposite picks accidentally win? Then you win no matter what.
Yeah. But they'll catch on sooner or later, because when I win, I say, hey, we had USC. Hey, we had Oregon. And then they'll know they got the opposite pick. So I have them sign a contract and everything before they even send me the money.
So growing up, explain, you're 18 years old. Where are you living? What are you doing?
18, I was in Michigan, going to Michigan State as a freshman in college, got kicked out. I got kicked out of Michigan State twice. And then after getting kicked out of college twice for partying, then moved to Hawaii. And then from Hawaii to Vegas in 2001.
What got you into sports?
I was actually an athlete growing up. I had a full ride scholarship to Michigan State, believe it or not. I was a really good soccer player. But I started buying and flipping baseball cards at the age of 12, 13. 14, I was actually running my own shows where I'd rent a Holiday Inn, rent tables for $40 to people. And at that time, the Detroit Red Wings were big in Michigan. So I'd hire Detroit Red Wings players to sign autographs, pay them $1,000, charge per autograph, charge per table, charge an entrance fee. So I was making like $3-4 grand a week as a 13-year-old kid. I got out of the sports card industry because when you go to high school, You want to party. You want to chase girls. My everything changed. I started being more rebellious. So I sold all my cards, bought a dope car. And then now I just circled back at the card business 2 years ago as a side hobby, and it turned out to be real profitable.
Speaking of chicks, dude, I saw you had a hot one. What's her name, Holly?
Yeah.
You had a hot ass girl for a long time. I ain't seen her around. What happened? You guys break up?
From what I know, she's selling pictures of herself nude with her finger up her ass. I don't know.
You broke up though?
Yeah.
How long did that last?
We were together probably 10 months, but the last 6 months wasn't really together. I had moved out. I didn't really want to be around her. So it was kind of just whatever. But once she started doing nude photos, it was time to go.
Did she tell you she was doing it?
She might have been doing it the last month without telling me, but I was so checked out in the relationship. So when it was done, it was done. I wake up in the morning one day and people are sending me photos of her butt naked and promoting herself. It's pretty sad, but
where would one find those pictures?
Go to her social media, like I guess she's promoting it. But again, that's her path. I'm not going to hate on her, and she's no longer my issue or my problem. And to each its own. What she chooses to do in her life is her prerogative.
Dude, how do you develop that mindset? Because, dude, a lot of dudes be sitting home destroyed. Oh, I'm never going to get another one.
I didn't want her no more. She knows I left her. It's because I'm so busy with work. A relationship is an action word. Love is an action word. And I watch all your stuff. And I remember you telling me, if you come home and you're busy, one day the wife's going to leave you. I remember watching that and I commented on that. But I could never give her attention because all I want to do is fucking work. My love is making money and growing a business and breaking records. I can't be in a relationship with anybody, because I'm so razor focused on becoming a billionaire and changing the world and being an entrepreneur and being a leader that love life is second. I could go years without even dating anyone right now.
What do you think the best investment right now if someone has liquid capital?
I'm buying oceanfront land in Mexico. In Cerritos, Mexico. I'm so heavy in the real estate market. I'm over $10 million invested in real estate in Cabo. So about 30 minutes away, there's a place called Cerritos, and Cabo is growing. So people are forced to go to Cerritos. You can buy oceanfront lots for $250,000. And I bought 4 of them in a row for $1 million. I already got offered 1.8, and I'm going to hold it because there's only one front row. And once it sells out, it's gone. So I'm trying to monopolize as much oceanfront property in Mexico right now.
Do they let U.S. citizens buy?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Aren't you worried about anything?
Nope. I'm safer in Mexico than I'm in Vegas. I sleep in Mexico with my doors and windows open.
You're not worried about people? Because, dude, I watch your stories. You got like freaking racks on racks throwing it around. You're not afraid of the drug cartels just saying, who the fuck is this guy?
They already know who I am.
Are they your buddy?
I mean, I do good for the country. I take care of everybody. I mean, the last thing that anybody would want to see in Mexico, because I'm a tourist, I'm a well-known tourist, if something happened to me, no one would go to Cabo anymore. That'd be bad for the economy.
Dude, you could probably end up freaking owning a town there, a whole town.
I don't want to do that.
Why?
Because I rather, I like to be loud before, but nowadays I kind of like to be more low profile. I don't go out as much anymore. The only time I step out is if I'm on the beach in Cabo. I really don't step out in Vegas. I just kind of keep more low profile nowadays.
Now, before though, you stepped out a lot and you were throwing money around and you were driving flashy cars, wearing fur, driving or carrying $500,000 Birkin bags. Mm-hmm. Was that a intentional?
Yeah, I sold pretty much all the Birkins. This one I just brought because I haven't really showed it in public.
Dude, honestly, that's cooler than the Birkin.
Yeah, this one's dope. I sold the Birkins were just for branding. It worked. I was on the cover of GQ magazine with Drake and LeBron. They put me on the cover because of my Birkin collection. I would throw money at strip clubs, but never got a lap dance in my life. And $100,000 bottles of champagne. I don't even drink champagne. It was all for content. It was all for marketing. It was to build the brand. But nowadays, I'm pretty simple, man. I sold all the flash and I just put all the money in cash flowing assets right now.
It's funny. Yesterday, a guy came in here and he was removing his vending machine. And I thought my assistant booted him because we're rearranging things. I'm like, people use that. So I walk up. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm just shutting down my business. I said, oh, you're taking it out. He said, yeah. And I said, why? He said, it's just, getting old, tired. He's an older guy. And then his buddy that had a dolly to move it. He said, "You want to buy? You just want to buy it so we don't have to move it for $500?" Now this is a full on, probably $3,000-$4,000 vending machine, functional, refrigerated, the whole thing. I'm thinking, I'll buy it from you. And he said, "You want to buy them all?" I said, "Well, how many do you have?" And he said, 5. I said, "Well, where are they?" He said, "They're in like weed dispensaries, and they're in buildings and shit." And I'm like, and they work and they all make money? He said, "Yeah." So I said, "So I'll just buy them all for $2,500. You just leave them there and tell me where they are, and I'll just go take over." And he said, "Yeah." So I write him a check. I get a little bill of sale. I freaking have my assistant get him to start transferring the whole corporation or the LLC over to me. Within 30 minutes, dude, I bought his whole company for $2,500. He sends me a spreadsheet, dude. He was making like $950 a machine per month.
So $1,000 a month?
No, per machine.
So $5,000.
I bought for $2,500 lock, stock, and barrel, and was like, "Why would you want to be in the vending company?" I don't. I want recurring revenue.
Yep.
Because, dude, you're smart. How old are you?
I just turned 44.
Yeah, dude, listen. I blew, not as much as you've blown, but I've blown some stupid ass money, and dude, I was way behind. That cash flow, man, people need to pay attention to it. Because you can literally like get a regular job. You don't have to be Vegas Dave to slowly but surely put that money away.
People don't save though. People don't save, and number 2, they don't invest because they don't take risks. You need high risk, high reward. I'm all in. People will not throw it. Like for me, anything I believe in, I'll go all in because I know I can make that money right back.
Well, what are some losses? Because I don't see you lose.
I lost.
And I'm not talking about a pick because guess what, dude? If you're wrong, oh, well, here, I'll give you another free pick. What's that take?
Lost probably females, but I always lose because I always pick the wrong ones. I went from cocktail waitresses to someone that I thought had a career. Come to find out, she was worse than a cocktail waitress, So I think the only thing I lose is probably picking the wrong females. And, but I'm grateful for every single one that came in my life because it taught me what I will tolerate, what I won't tolerate. And, I learned from each relationship. So I think the only thing I lose is kind of like, with women, but I learned knowledge from each relationship.
Yeah. But like somebody called you a fool for spending $400 on that trout, right?
Everybody did.
Everyone said, "What are you, stupid?"
He said I was crazy. I'm stupid. And, most people would buy a house instead of a baseball card, but I had a vision. I made a video that day and said it's going to break the record. And then 2 years later, it did.
What'd you get? 4 mil? 3.9?
3.93.
$3.93 million, and they pay that lump sum. There's no financing on that, I assume.
Mm-hmm. It's done. I didn't even spend the damn thing. Put it in a retirement account. In the past, I would have blew it, but now I just right now put a retirement account with the interest build unless I see an opportunity, and I think there'll be some opportunities because everyone's going to be fucked in 2021.
Why?
Because 2020 people struggled and they depended on the government to bail them out, and those people still spent stupid shit on Amazon and Gucci and all over. And now 2021, I don't think the president's going to bail people out, so people are going to go into foreclosure and cash will be king, and I'll just buy up a bunch of fucking shit and get richer.
Yeah, dude. When that COVID crap was going on, we went to the mall. There was a line out the door at the Louis store.
It makes no sense.
It made no sense. I'm like, where's all this poverty we keep hearing about? I haven't seen any. Have you?
No, I don't pay attention to it, but we will see it when they stop getting their checks and they realize that, it's crazy, especially I'm very tough in the nightlife industry in Vegas because I always said it's never forever. And believe it or not, these people are unemployed for a year for the nightlife industry. And they have a whole year to adjust, read, pivot, find a new talent, a new skill. And what do? Nothing. I can't wait till Hakkasan opens. I can't wait till the day pool opens. I'm like, and these people are going to struggle. And it's just people don't prepare for life. It just blows my mind. But again, teach its own, right?
Yeah. Well, my question is just, how'd you develop this? You always been this way?
No, I didn't grow up until I was like 40. I'd make money, blow it, be the man, blow it, ego, content. But the brand built itself. That's how I got the eyeballs. And then the marketing was the Vegas Dave, $1 million, spending all over Birkin bags, whatever, front row Lakers, $100,000 seats, Jack Nicholson seats, whatever it took to be the best brand to be talked about. And then I would convert them into sales from the David Wancha, which is the 18-hour entrepreneur, the hardworking motherfucker. And provides winning picks and puts money in people's pockets. So it was a machine. It was just the marketing machine, Vegas Dave, to the David Wan show. But now I'm built so much that people realize who I am. I don't have to do the other shit no more. Like, you couldn't pay me $100,000 to go to a nightclub. For 10 minutes, I wouldn't even go. I don't want to be in that environment. All I want to do is make my fucking money, build houses, and be rich.
And eventually what? Because you can't work 18 hours a day forever.
Public speaker. I want to be on public platforms where I can talk about my life. You know, it took me 40 years till I got my shit together. Most people, if I can correct their misbehaviors, early 20s, early 30s, then I can help, you know, change the world in a better place. Because I tell people right now, it's all about entrepreneurism. The 9-to-5 bullshit is old. It's getting old. And if you don't have the entrepreneur mindset, you're going to actually have a boss. I tell people you can either have a boss or be the boss. I chose to be the boss, and I want to inspire people to be their own bosses.
Well, it's pretty, you know, it's tougher than it sounds.
It is.
Because again, I mean, like when you can say, hey, you want my prick, give me $1,000 and like fucking a million of them do it.
You would know. You're the king salesman. You just got to ask for it.
Well, that's true. But at the end of the day, it's like when you're generating that kind of money, it's easy to blow the money. But it's not necessarily easy to blow it in the right way, build the right brand to where that actually blows up. Another guy, Ty Lopez, you heard of him? Mm-hmm. Same thing, dude. Everyone fucked with him. Oh, he's fucking renting those Ferraris and the Lambos and the houses. Well, he was, but he did it intentionally. And now he's buying fucking Dress Barn and Radio Shack. And like, he's a real dude. He's not an idiot.
Yeah, I said Ty last year, opening game at the Lakers game, him and Alex.
Yeah, like again, dude, like that's intentionally blowing money to basically flaunt the lifestyle brand, and then everyone wants to sit back and hate, and next thing you know, he's now playing with real money. It's
kind of like my story too. You know, I'm at the point where I don't have to prove shit to anyone else anymore, so I don't need I don't need any of the flash anymore. I sold all the Rolls Royces, sold all the Ferraris, sold all the Birkins.
You sold all the Ferraris? Mm-hmm. Damn, that one you came here in last time was...
I don't even drive it. You know, I don't leave the house. I work. I go to yoga 3 times a week, and I work, and then I go to Cabo. That's it.
Why yoga? What's it do for you?
Because I sit at a desk all day, I get stiff, and I couldn't even touch my knees. So I was getting lower back pain, neck pain. So doing yoga 3 times a week really took away all my pains. And plus, I meditate a lot. I have a lot of stress. You have to understand that people depend on me to make picks. Like, they live or die on my decisions. So I need a clear mind, and I got to practice, you know, kindness and peacefulness. You know, as much as an ex-girlfriend pisses you off or a business partner screws you over, you got to focus on the positives. And yoga, the meditation 3 times a week actually allows me to accept peace and move on. It has really helped me make more money, believe it or not, the yoga meditation.
Would you highly recommend it?
1,000,000%.
For everybody?
Not for everybody. I mean, not everybody. This is not for everybody.
Who's it not for?
It's not for people that are not ambitious. It's not for people that want change. You got to want to change your life. You want to be able to grow, be ambitious. You want to more out of life. Yoga just gets you in a peaceful mindset, and it trains you to be structured, be dedicated, and to just learn to love. And for me, it works great for me. I don't hate nobody.
How many people hit you up for money?
Every day.
Yeah, because like, dude.
Every day.
Friends, everybody.
Random people, no shame. Here's a picture of my teeth. Fucked up teeth. He needs root canal. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? They have people with no shame. Like, grown men with kids send me a picture of their families. Like, dude, go shovel shit next door of the neighbor's yard, or go mow someone's lawn, do a lemonade stand. What bothers me is that people can ask for money, but they have 2 legs, 2 arms, a mouth, and 2 ears. You can fucking do shit. You're just fucking lazy.
Yeah, well, that's the fucking truth. Most people have the same ability as you do, as I do. And, you know, again, like, look at Fleischman. Dude, that dude's rolling, old Fleischman. Good dude. By the way, how's that coffee?
Good. We just did I went there to do a card break, and we're going to do that. Show you this box. We're going to do a big event, January 11th, the biggest break ever, a $200,000 basketball box.
Yeah. Now tell me, did Dan invent that card break or box break thing?
No, card breaks have been going on for a couple of years. They just got popular now. But now he's doing breaks daily at his card shop, and he's doing real well
virtually.
from it.
So like you can call in, don't even be there. I can call in, buy a box. They'll open it, tell me if I got a winner.
Yeah,
It's
there'll be a
almost
box.
like the fucking lottery.
Yeah, it's a box of 36 packs, like this one right here. This one right here is the most iconic box in the world. This is a $200,000 box, 86 Fleer.
Why? Because there could be $1 million card in there.
This is Michael Jordan rookie card year. So the Michael Jordan rookie just sold for $212,000. There's a minimum of 3 in this box. Not to mention it's Karl Malone's rookie, Charles Barkley's rookie, Akeem Olajuwon's rookie, Clyde Drexler's rookie, Patrick Ewing's rookie. So there's a lot of cards. So these packs, 36 packs, I could sell them out for $5 to $10 grand.
Why don't we break it here? Fuck Fleischman.
No, I'm giving 18 packs to charity.
Dan. Sorry, Dan. Just joking.
18 packs of charity and 18 packs I'm going to give to my fans. So 13 cards in each pack of 18. That's 234 spots. We're going to do a live break, just a luck of the draw.
When you doing it?
January 11th.
Folks, you guys better pay attention because if you're following Dave, is that what you mean by giving to your fans?
Yeah, just got to follow me. Follow me on Instagram and then submit your information, and we're going to pull them randomly out of a hat
Can
on
I
a live
do
feed.
it?
You can.
Am I included?
You can. your children, anybody can do it.
Are you going to do it random? Like, this one's Brad's.
No, we're going to pull a name out and be like, Bradley, Las Vegas, you're number 1. Open the pack, card number 1. It could be a Jordan.
If it's a Jordan and it's worth $212, you just gave me $212.
Yep. We have someone to grade on the spot. If the grade's high, Fleshman will pay you $100 grand on the spot for it.
It's fucking nuts, these
See,
cards.
most people would sell these for $5 to $10 grand. I decided to buy it. I said, Dan, let me use your location. Let's do an event. I'll buy the whole fucking box and I'll do it for free. He's like, you're fucking crazy. But they don't see my vision. Everyone's going to talk about me, right? Who else is giving away $200,000 to people?
Nobody.
No one. I literally said, let me find this box. We found it within a week. I wired 150. This is in a box I had in my closet for years. I paid $150,000 for it last week, and I'm giving it away for free, and I could sell spots.
Well, here's what I don't get, because number one, and by the way, that's awesome of you too, because a lot of people ask me why I want to be a billionaire. It's to do shit like that. You're just doing it fun.
For fun.
That's fucking fun shit. And not only that, it makes a big impact on people. But my uncle used to have a sports card shop, and he gave me a box. It was wooden back in the day. And he gave me some cards, and I still have them somewhere. They're old as shit. I remember going through there. There is a Michael Jordan rookie card, but it's not, I don't know, maybe it's that one. But my point is, there is a Clyde Drexler in there. Like they're old
Flair.
cards, but I was telling my brother-in-law who fucking follows you, he always says, text Dave and ask him. I ain't texting Dave and asking him shit.
Thank you.
He always says, text him, see who's going to win. I said, fucking buy his picks, dude. That's another thing. Like everyone says, well, he's, hey, if you're my friend, if you're my fucking friend, I'll buy your fucking picks. Support your friends, right? That's your business.
Correct. I hate when people ask me for free picks.
Why would they, dude? It's $1,000. Fucking step up, buy the pick, make your money, and be happy. But anyway, so I got these cards. I was talking to him. He's a know-it-all. He said they're not really what's getting all the money. I'm like, you'd think the older ones are worth more, but they're not.
Because they mass produced them. The newer ones are smart, as I said earlier. The trout I had is only one in the world. The ones out of 1 out of 5, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 25, 1 out of 99.
But why? The rest of them were destroyed, or they only made one?
They were smart. They made limited edition. So only 5 of one card in the world. So supply and demand.
So when that first came out, how much was it?
The Mike Trout.
The first one. The first, like they made one and they sold it to somebody. Who?
No,
and
so
how much?
they pick a player, say Mike Trout, and they'll say, okay, there's one of this card. They'll make another Mike Trout. They're only going to make 5 of this version, 10 of this version. So it all goes by.
But how do they sell that first one that there's only one of?
No one knows. Someone pulled it from a pack when
they just stick it in the fucking
pack,
$5 pack.
Uh-huh.
That's what I don't get. Like, I don't get it.
What? Why don't you get about it? No one knows that player's going to be good. No one knew Mike Trout was going to be good 10 years ago. He was on the number 1 draft pick. He sucked his first year.
So if I have a Michael Jordan rookie card, but it's old and there's a billion of them, it's worthless.
Unless if you get it graded and it grades as a PSA 10, it's $200,000.
Now, like you said, you spent $150,000 on that box. Somebody knows there's 3 Jordans in
Minimum
there.
3 Jordans in there.
Okay, so that box is clearly worth 6 fucking...
Not if the Jordans grade low. It has to grade at a high level.
What do you mean grade? It's brand new.
I know, but some might have not a nick on the corner. There might be a gum stain on it. So it needs a grade at a high grade. A 10 is the highest. PSA 10, it's $200,000. If it grades like a 9, it might be like $70,000.
Why PSA? Who's that?
PSA or BGS Beckett. They're the grading systems for cards.
Who owns that deal?
PSA is a company and BGS is Beckett. They're another company. They're big.
Maybe you should have a fucking Vegas Dave grading system.
Yeah.
Well, dude, whoever owns that grading system, because I'll bet you anything, everybody's trying to get their shit.
Oh
graded.
yeah, they charge ridiculous prices. A lot. They're making millions.
Dude, I don't get this fucking baseball shit, but I'm going to get into it.
Yeah, you get a card. If it's a Jordan, 200,000. If it's a PSA 10, this is the most
What
crazy.
if it's a PSA 6?
Probably like a couple thousand.
So I just overpaid, and that could happen to you right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's 8-10 Hall of Famers in this card, in this rookie year, in this box. Like this, you don't see a box like this. If someone has a
why did
box,
someone sell it?
because I paid 150 fucking thousand for it.
I know, but if I own that right now, and I said, here, give me 200, you'd buy it. Why? Because you know that there's all those fucking cards.
And
in
I would
there.
hold it because the market's going up. See, I bought this for 150,000 when the Jordan sold for 150. Well, the Jordan last week just sold for 212,000, which means this box went up. So people are like, are you still going to give it away because it went up? I said, yeah, I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm still going to honor my word and give it out. Like I said, it's going to change someone's life.
January 11th. Dude, you never walk around with like a bunch of fucking big dudes with guns.
Because I only come here.
But I mean, like, dude, like there's some idiot. Well, of course, this is pre-recorded, but there's some idiot that be like, ooh, I'm going to snatch that from him.
Snatch it.
You just don't give a fuck, do
I
you?
don't care.
Dude, January 11th, this guy, where do they go and
They're going to
watch
go
this?
to my Instagram live, and we're going to probably a million streamers on it. It's going to be crazy.
Dude, there's going to be a million streamers.
At least a million.
And you're getting the word out, right?
Yeah, we already promoted it. We're going to get 18 other people that are in the market. There's like big celebrities that are in the card market, and they're going to 16 packs will go to charity. So I'm picking 2 packs. One's going to go to pancreatic cancer. One's going to go to the veterans. 16 more packs will go to charities. And then the other 18 packs go to my fans and followers. And that's 234 spots. So someone pulls a Jordan, life changing. Open a business, pay off their debt. It's going to change some lives. It's going to be national news.
Dude, if I were you guys, I would be finding him on Instagram, if you aren't already following him right now, at It's Vegas Dave?
It's Vegas Dave.
At It's Vegas Dave on Instagram, and that's where they find you?
Yep.
I mean, that's where they watch that?
Yep, all the information is on that page.
Are you doing it down at Dan's place?
Yep, and the main website to go
Coffee
to
for what's it called?
Cards and Coffee, but the
Cards and
website to enter for free is cardsforcharity.com. Cardsforcharity.com. You don't have to go to my Instagram page. Just go to cardsforcharity.com and put your information in.
Now, when you say you're going to give half to charity, or if there's charity people listening, like, you know, they
Well, I'm
involved with the
picking.
charity.
We have 16 other influencers we're getting,
You already picked them.
we got half of them. So, for example, if you were in it, you'd pick a charity. Say your charity is like cancer, right? So you'd come on the live feed with me. We'd pull the pack. Holy shit, you pull the Jordan. You sell it. That goes to your charity. So 18 packs go to charity. The other 18 packs go to my fans. 13 cards in a pack. That's 234 spots going to random people that just follow me.
Dude, this is almost like a new thing, I think. Like, that shit's exciting.
Well, no one's ever broke. So people sell these boxes. No one breaks a $200,000 box. You know, when
What do they just hold them?
You hold them, yeah. If I just broke this box for myself, I'd have 500,000 views watching me open it. If I did a break and sold the packs for 8 to 10 grand, I'd sell them out and everybody would watch it. The fact that I'm doing it for fucking free is what's mind blowing to people. And this is just for fun.
Yeah, but it's also smart. See, this is what I mean. Like, how do you know? Like, nobody has the balls to do it because they're also not thinking
Long term.
Yeah, because all of that will equate to way more than that.
Correct. But I don't think about that because I know it's income. I genuinely just give. I talked to Dan and he's like, yeah, that's the craziest box. I said, let me get it. He's like, how much are the packs? I said, for free. He's like, you're free? You fucking crazy. I said, you know I'm for real, right? I said, find it. Let's get it. Within a week, wired the money hand delivered to me from LA. They drove it down, put it on the internet, and it's going crazy right now. People can't wait for this.
Well, can you find these cards buying little $5 pack of bubblegum baseball cards? Or is all cards now ridiculously high?
Too high. And I tell people, you know, I'm the first person to tell people the market was going to go. You know, a year after me, Gary Vee started pumping cards. But I'm the first person to say right now, in 3 years, the market will collapse. I know a lot of people don't want me to say that because I'm a big name in the card games. But I know it's going to collapse in 3 years. People are overpaying for shit right now. And I just think everything that goes up must come down. And I think people are buying the wrong cards. If you don't buy the right ones, you're going to lose your ass in 3 years.
What about those Pikachu cards?
It's garbage.
Stupid?
To me, it's stupid.
So what about baseball? I mean, what about basketball and football? What card would somebody like jerk off to if they found one?
People want Giannis. You know, his card just sold for $1 million and a half. I think it's a waste of money. He's in the Milwaukee, which is a bad market, and he hasn't even won a championship. Everything is overpriced right now. All I can tell people, to be honest with you, don't buy. It's too high.
But what if someone like my brother-in-law and me dig out some old cards and realize they got one? How do they know?
Get it graded.
That's it?
You find out the cards. Your brother-in-law has common sense about the industry, so he'll know if it's a good card. You send him to get it graded.
Interesting. And it turns out, hey, you got a 10 there.
Yeah, then it's worth some money.
But you should sell it within 3 years?
I think it's going to be booming for another year or two, but then it's going to drop. Certain cards will hold its value. The ones that are made out of 5, out of 10, out of 99, but the people buying cards, spending $100,000 on cards, and there's like 1,000, 2,000 that card made, they're going to lose their asses.
What's the future hold for, like, what's sleeping right now that everybody better go take a look at?
I always tell people Derek Carr. People think I'm crazy, but my vision is always right. You know, like when I found out 2 years ago that the Raiders are moving to Vegas, I said that's going to be the biggest thing that ever hit sports entertainment. They built the best stadium, but it got shut down for COVID. You have to understand, anything tied to the silver and black is going to go through the roof. Why did the NFL put 5 primetime games for the Raiders this year? More than any other fucking team in the NFL. More than the Chiefs, the reigning Super Bowl champions, because the NFL is not stupid. They know the Raiders are a big market team and big fan base, and they're going to get the most views. So in 2 to 3 years, when they actually have a defense and a wide receiver core that can catch the fucking ball because their team sucks, and Gruden's a visionary. Gruden's a boss. Gruden's a winner. He's a visionary. He's going to rebuild that organization. And 2 to 3 years from now, when the Raiders win or make it to the Super Bowl, Derek Carr cards will go through the roof. So I bought all the cards up for $200. They're selling for $30,000 right now.
See, now what's the next one of those where people can go get them for $200?
I'll tell you after I buy them all.
No freebies?
Nope. And I don't see anything right now.
And not only that, dude, you just have a gut instinct or something.
And when I have that gut, I go all in.
And you don't tell nobody.
Not really.
You don't have any buddies you grew up with who'd be like, fuck, bro.
Everyone thinks I'm crazy.
Go dial in this deal. I don't think so, dude. Like, I'll bet you if you said you should go start buying these and look at these, they'll start buying and looking.
Oh yeah, everyone does. When I said Carr's card went up more than any other athlete in the last 6 months. Why? Because of me telling people.
Now, well, that helped you.
It did help me.
What'd you think of Bitcoin?
I never got into it, and I'm not educated in it, so I didn't mess with it.
I had fucking guys tell me about Bitcoin when it was $7, and I said, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard of. I go, I don't get it. Like, nobody will take it. So how am I supposed to, other people will. I'm like, I don't get it. So I passed. Then at $50, but they're like, dude, you better get in on this. I'm like, dude, I don't get it. Can I go buy a couch with it? They said, no, not yet. And then I said, fuck it. And then a guy came here. He wanted to do a VT system. It was about $60,000 to get it going. And he said, will you take Bitcoin? And I'm like, fuck, I'll take that bag, as long as I can sell it. So he gives me 100 Bitcoin. They were $600 each. And I sold probably 30 of them when it went up, and then it started going down. I thought it was crashing, so I sold a bunch. But dude, Bitcoin,
crazy.
That's
right now.
my fucking Mike Trout card. You didn't get in any Bitcoin?
I could have, but I didn't. If I don't have a good gut with it and I didn't do the research, I'm not going to do it. Because if I do something, I'm putting 7 figures in it, and I didn't investigate in it. I just thought it was the next just hype thing.
What's the most cash you've seen in front of your face?
Me? 5 million?
Is it like hard to move around?
No.
Is it scary?
No.
Why?
Just put it in a bag and move with it. I used to go to the bank. When I go to the bank, before when I was gambling, they'd have to have the trucks there and everything. I'm coming in and dropping 3 million. I'm picking up 4 million. It was just crazy, week in and week out. So all the banks ended up shutting me down because I was a headache. So I only can bank with one bank out here, a small bank. I can't bank at any big banks anymore.
They don't even want it?
It's too much of a headache.
Why do you have to have cash?
That was before. Now I don't do cash. I'm cashless.
Yeah.
Everything is through merchant processing.
So you're Mike Trout right now, you're saying, which I think, anybody would believe it, oceanfront land in Mexico.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm buying right now.
Because why is it so cheap?
Because it has no solar and it has no water. There's a water truck. But you have to understand, 50 years ago in Cabo, same fucking thing. Those lots, 200,000, 40 million right now on the beach.
Oh, shit.
I know the Cabo market very well because I've been going for 10 to 12 years. The first villa I bought for $1 million. Oh, you're crazy. The Mexicans are going to steal it from you. I put $500,000 down, financed $500,000 through the owner, used the rental income to pay the owner. So I only put $500,000. Now it's worth $3 million, and I make $40,000 a month from it.
Yeah. Plus, you got your money back a million ways from Sunday.
So I bought the next two lots next door and building a 35,000 square foot home.
So Cerritos is the new Cabo.
I even made a video on YouTube about it they interviewed the real estate agent. Like I walked in with basketball shorts and a baseball cap. And he's like, there's no way this guy's going to buy $1 million worth of property. And we closed the deal within 30 days.
Now, dude, you remember when Jay-Z says in that rap song, I'll call the paparazzi on myself. Mm-hmm. Like that's smart. That's what you're doing. When you go to, I'm going to go do this, you already know to get coverage.
For sure. I let everybody know.
How many people do you think waste prime opportunities that they aren't even thinking attention?
Every day. But vision's seen with the brain, not the eyes. The problem is people have no vision. They're so tunnel vision and they won't know an opportunity in front of them. Everything, I'm just lucky. It's in my DNA and instinct. I know which moves to make. And I made so many bad choices growing up because I was just doing stupid shit. I was in the club, hanging out late, drinking. Like me, I'm sober now. I might have a shot on Cabo once every 2 months. No drugs, no alcohol. I don't smoke. I'm on point, man. So like I'm a straight fucking arrow.
You got any animals?
I have a little Maltese. That's like what keeps me company. That's good enough for me. I'd rather have that than pussy, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, I figured you'd say like a fucking tiger or some shit.
Nah, I don't like big animals. I like little Malteses.
And so ultimately the end goal of your billions is what? You don't want to work forever till you die.
I don't know. I thought at first maybe I wanted to get married. I that's not it. I don't want to sleep in a bed next to the same woman for the rest of my life. Not like I cheat on her. I just like my privacy. I see myself just public speaking, and I just had a Zoom call with Scott Bernstein today. He did Straight Outta Compton with Dre and Cube to talk about doing my movie.
I was going to say, dude, you definitely got a movie life.
Yeah. So
on.
we just had a Zoom call with Bernstein today. So that's in the work. My documentary's done, but the book is done, but we're holding off right now because of the climate right now, what's going on in the world. And we're going to focus on the movie, but the book's done. The doc's done. I'm just being patient with that. And when it's ready to drop, it's probably going to drop in 2022 now.
What do you think of COVID? Do you think that's going to end here pretty quick, or is it?
Jeez, man, I don't even pay attention to it because I even forgot to bring a mask because I put it in my pocket because I work all day inside. I don't know what's going on in the fucking world. Like, I have no idea what's going on in the fucking world. I'm so busy fucking working. I don't know what's going on with that shit. I mean, if you told me a year ago that we'd be walking around wearing masks, I'd say you're fucking crazy. If you told me they would cancel sports for a while because of this thing, I'd say you're fucking crazy. COVID was a blessing for me. I made more money in 2020 than I ever made in my life. And it made
Not on sports, though.
Between sports and the sports cards, everyone's betting now. Everyone's betting. I mean, I was charging $500 a pick last year, $1,000 during a COVID recession right now. People have money. Sports betting industry will be an $82 billion industry in 10 years. And who's the face of it? Me. I will be a billionaire from it. I'm on pace to do $100 million next year off my fucking cell phone and a laptop.
Well, when you're doing the picks, that one you sell for $1,000, are you just picking the one sweetest pick you like?
Yeah, it's my best
one. Because dude, I mean, you probably have 10, 15, 20 picks. Mm-hmm.
But if I like 2 or 3 that I like, it's always like 2, 3, maybe 4. If I'm feeling generous or I feel like, making it sweeter, I'll combine them all together and give them all for $1,000. But like today or tomorrow, if I have a big plan of Saturday, Sunday, it's $1,000 and people pay it.
I know. I see your fucking feed when you're doing this, and It's like, dude, holy
it's $1,000 every 30 seconds, like $300,000 an hour. It's fucking crazy.
And see, a lot of probable haters out there are thinking all you're doing is saying Miami, but no, you're doing 18 hours of fucking grinding ass work.
I given up everything. I have no social life. I really don't see my friends. I definitely couldn't have a relationship. I sacrificed everything for this craft to be the best in the world at it, and I enjoy it.
And you're fine with that.
I love it.
See, dude, you need to do a couple of courses when you're done. Why? Because, dude, you got to pass this knowledge on. First of all, somebody would pay you.
I have people a lot of money that want to pay me for my shit.
Yeah, they just want to see, what are you looking at and why are you looking at it? I mean, you do do it with me when you're ready. You do an interactive video course that says, okay, if you got the balls, here's what the fuck I do.
It's tough though, honestly, and I don't want to be rude on tape, but 99% of the world is stupid. I mean, they're stupid people.
Knows that.
Well, yeah, but
the course is for people who, there's what I do.
Yeah, but they won't understand. I have a lot of gut. I know how to read the lines. It's just an innate ability. I lost millions, so I learned from my mistakes. These people haven't lost. You can't just take the course. I mean, trust me, I could sell this course and make 50, 60 million with you, no doubt. Everyone in the world would buy it. But I can't do it because it's not teachable. I can't teach you.
Then what about confidence? Because you got confidence.
Yeah, but I'm not selling confidence
like
courses.
Most dudes would be home crying because freaking, they lost a game and lost a big chunk of change. Or like fucking, what's her name? Holly. Dude, there's guys that would fucking be all butthurt over that. Even though you blew her out, dude, it takes balls to blow out a freaking hot girl.
She told me that, she's never been dumped before. And I said, listen, I'm not trying to one-up you. I don't love you anymore, and you deserve better. She wanted someone to love her and kiss her. I didn't want to sleep in the same bed with her. I left her in my condo, moved in with my parents. I checked on her once a week like she was a tiger or some shit, But
that right there is fucking because you value yourself. Mm-hmm. That's why. You can be alone. It doesn't bother you.
No, I used to never want to be alone. I wanted to be the man. I want to be in the club. I want to be around pretty women. I don't even want to be around people. Like for you, I'll come and do this shit, but I don't want to be around people. Like my parents were like, dude, you might have to see a counselor because you haven't said a word in a day and a half. I might be quiet, but my fucking brain is loud. I'm always thinking, what's the next move? What's the next play? What's the next big flip? What's the next big investment? I'm so fucking focused right now, and I'm making so much fucking money, and I'm not making mistakes anymore. I'm saving my money and just getting wealthier. So like I'm in this fucking flow right now that I can't be stopped, and I can't let anything distract me. Like I won't even go to a birthday party. I won't go to a wedding. I won't even go to a funeral. I'll write a card. I can't go. I got to work.
Dude, well, if I could produce that revenue just from, putting in that effort, shit, I think everybody would be willing to put in a little work.
It's the reason no one can catch me is because I don't have kids. I don't have a wife. I don't have to talk to anyone. If I want to do something, I go all in. When I bought this box, I didn't have to ask a girlfriend or wife. I just bought it. I have nothing holding me back. So all these other competitors, they're not going to work 18 hours a day. I work Christmas, birthdays, New Year's. People are like, what do you do for New Year's? Nothing, because games start at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. So I've given up everything. People are not going to sacrifice and do what I'm willing to do.
Is it for money or is it just because you love it? Like what if people quit buying your picks? Would you still do it?
Oh, if there's no money coming in, I wouldn't do it. That's foolish. Yeah, but I love what I do. That's why I deserve what I make. I don't work for fucking free, but I love it. I can't take a day off. Like just to get ready for this podcast, I had to get the plays up 4 o'clock in the morning. And then as soon as this ends, I got to run in the car. I got my laptop, check the lines out and get it. Like I'm fully prepared. Like didn't
you already sell the picks for today?
I already sold it, but the lines could move. I might have to change the line. I might have to change it to a later game. There could be a COVID report.
Do you send do you keep people updated that are on your list of
every 3
buyers?
hours I'm like a machine. Updates every 6 in the morning. Good fucking morning.
So if I give you it's $1,000 a day, I'd have to give you
1,000 for one pick. You could buy 3 of them in a day.
But what's your percentage of winning?
Close over 80% right now.
So at the end of the day, if someone just follows every fucking pick you make, as long as they got a bankroll and they're willing to double up. Because if I bet with you and I lost, big deal. Bet the next one. You don't keep losing.
Yeah, correct. I always tell people, some people smile when I lose because they know the next day I'm going to kill it. If I lose, I'm pissed because even my parents were like, I never seen someone so unhappy to make $200,000 in a day. I was like, because I lost. My players mean the world to me.
Well, not to mention if I'm following you, but I'm not really into it, the best time to, go ahead is find out last time you lost. Mm-hmm. And then if like you've been on 7 winning streaks, I'll wait.
Yeah, the best time is when I lose. That's when you should hit it hard the next day because I refuse to lose back to back and I won't sleep. That's how much passion I have for my craft and that's how much my players depend on me. And they know that. That's why all my players have never met me. It's through fucking social media. I don't have a boiler room. I don't call you up. Click the link or swipe the fuck up. Let's go. I don't make them. They trust me. They click the link. They send me the money and they trust me that I'm going to work my ass off and give them 110%. That's why the business is just booming.
Hey, what do you do with the dickheads that want to try and charge back? Because I got like a little Stripe thing for merch and stupid shit.
So we make them we block them so they can never buy again. And so you only can use Bitcoin because Bitcoin is not non-refundable.
Yeah, because I know, but like my Stripe account, like someone disputed something. I'm like, I didn't even know.
I have a contract. So they buy it. It says there's no refunds, no chargebacks. This is gambling. Nothing's guaranteed. You must sign this before we process that you will not do a chargeback. So if they do a chargeback, we fight it and we win them all. Because I make them sign a fuck.
Yeah.
I got all, but I learned from my mistakes. I had that issue before. So every year I get smarter. I get wiser. My technology gets better.
Is that an e-signature?
Yep.
So if I just put up a little disclaimer that they got to click to agree, I can dispute those because I just accept them. Like, I'll give your money back. I'm not worried about it.
I'll give you a training course on it.
Yeah, but my dispute percentage is going up. Someone said they'll take your account if you get too high. I'm thinking, I can't help who wants their money back. They're not even calling me.
Yeah. So yeah, if you get that's why PayPal, like I can't process through PayPal, like only certain credit cards, but people will buy and do chargebacks. So what I win them all now. So I learned from my mistakes. They sign a contract and as soon as they do that, we block them and they have to pay with Bitcoin because Bitcoin, there's no refunds.
So sports is your big deal. You don't fuck with fights and shit like that?
Not really.
Because Logan is about to fight Floyd. Mm-hmm. Now, again, I like Logan, but come on, dude. If he beats Floyd, that's fucking set up. Like, dude, Floyd, are they different in size or something?
Yeah, Floyd's smaller, but Floyd's a boxer. That's in his genes. He's
but Logan can't beat Floyd, can
I don't
he?
think so, not at all.
Unless there's a ridiculous weight thing. So that's just an exhibition.
Anything can happen. One lucky punch, but to look at it from my perspective, I mean, Floyd's the best in the world for a reason. He might not knock you out, but he knows how to fucking box. He's a real boxer. Making you miss is part of the boxing game.
So in the next, like, let's say 6 years, you make your $1 billion. I'm sure being analytical, dude, you got a timeline. What's your timeline?
50.
When you're 50? So 6 years? See, that was accidental. I didn't even know. So 6 years, you're a billionaire. What are you going to do then?
I don't know. When I die, I'm pretty much going to give everything away because there's no one left in my will besides my parents. They're older. Like, I'll give it away. Like, I just want to build an empire, a legacy, and I don't want kids. I don't want kids. To me, I don't like noise. I just want to focus on my shit. Maybe shit will change later, but right now, the worst thing that I can think of is having a girlfriend and kids.
See, this might be that reverse psychology you're doing right now.
What's that?
Because all the girls that are hearing you, it's going to make them want you even more.
No, all the girls nowadays are on OnlyFans. I don't want any of that garbage shit.
Why don't you just buy a house like in fucking
Cabo,
Wichita or something, to where all of them are wholesome?
Because even the wholesome ones change.
Especially living in a fucking life like yours, dude. That's what surprised me about the fucking Holly deal. Why she was with you, dude. She don't need nothing. Like, what does she need to do? How much could she have got paid to be naked?
Well, the truth is she was unemployed. And then when she started asking for money monthly, I wouldn't give it to her. That's the truth. So she was like, all rich men take care of their significant others. Well, I don't. I'm a man of fucking principle, so she couldn't believe it. So I said, I'm not going to give you money for every month now because you have no fucking job. I was like, I'll help you, but you need to try to do shit.
But you didn't make her pay rent.
No, she lived for free.
Right. So but she wanted cash for what?
Because she spends $5-6 grand on plastic surgery every fucking on her face and all this crazy shit to look beautiful. I go, listen, I'm not with you because your looks. I'm with you because the person who I think you are, which I was completely wrong. But
she was cute though.
Yeah, but
she seems smart too.
Very. That's why it's so disappointing that she would choose that route. I mean, she was on Undisputed. She was on ESPN. She had a very good credentials. You would never think someone with that pedigree would be selling.
How old is she?
33, 30. I don't even know her birthday. That's how fucked up. It's April something.
Maybe she's just a little young.
No, she's a smart girl. She's smart. I just don't know why she's making this choice to do that. But again, it's not my business what she does anymore. And I hope things turn out well for her. I mean, I don't hate on people.
Well, buddy, I can tell you right now, you're a good man for doing shit like that. There's going to be some charities that are fucking lucky as hell. There's going to be some fans lucky as hell. I don't know how to get in there, but I'm going to get in there.
Cards for charity.
Because, dude, I'm a lucky son of a bitch, dude. I'll bet you end up pulling my fucking name and I get the Jordan. Now, and you know what I'll do if I get it? Does it cost to get in, or do I just enter?
Free.
So if I get it, I'll donate it to charity as well. I got to find a charity. you know, this Christmas, I was trying to figure out like real families that are real hurt, you know, like needy. Yeah. Like, you know, they're not going to have a Christmas. They're not going to have fucking Christmas dinner. They're no gifts for sure, but there's 4 or 5 kids and the parents are working hard, but they, you know, it's fucking COVID or whatever, like a real needy family, not parents that are fucking spending all their money on Coke, real ones. I want to fucking grab a handful of them and like go get gifts and like put a Christmas on or a fucking Hanukkah.
Yeah, we went and bought a lot. I went and bought a lot of toys. I'm giving it away on my live feed. Bought PlayStations, iPhone 12s, iPads.
Who do you give them to though? Because everyone always wants me to give the money to this company that does that.
I just go on my live feed and pick them randomly. I spin a wheel. If it lands on their name, I give it to them. It's just for fans and followers. You know, I did a funny post. It wasn't really funny. It was disturbing, but people thought it was funny. The other day, I don't know why I responded to this DM, but this guy was struggling, 2 kids, he's unemployed, wants to own his own painting shop. It says I motivate him. I said, meet me tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. at breakfast. He says, okay. 7 o'clock, he's not there. 7:10, he sends me a DM. I'm not a morning person. Can I meet you at 10? I'm like, what the fuck? I brought his 2 kids, 2 Derek Carr rookies, only a couple $100 each, and give him $1,000 cash. And I was gonna talk to him about transitioning from a W-2 to 1099 world. I was do all that for him. And the motherfucker canceled.
Did you ever talk to my boy Eric? Eric Worre?
Who?
He puts on like that event.
Oh, Eric, yeah. He messaged me. Eric's a great guy. We haven't connected yet, but he actually was on my live last week. We stay in touch maybe once a week, but I haven't seen him because I was in Cabo.
Well, he's someone you should know. Or
big event he put on.
I wouldn't have put you two together, but like he puts on big events, but he just built a studio with like 100-foot video.
He told me
wall.
about that. That's dope.
You know, he's buddies with Tony Robbins. So if you're interested in being a speaker, dude, that's a good dude that'll help you get there. Yeah, he puts on big stages.
We haven't connected yet, but in person, but we talk once a week through text.
I'll bet you anything though he's going to have some sports cards questions.
He already has some. He already asked me.
I knew
he already asked me. As soon as I landed in Cabo, I was like, what about this card? I'm like, dude, I just landed in Cabo. Let's catch up when I get back.
See, dude, doesn't that bother you?
No, it's all good because I know Eric brings value to the table.
Yeah, but still, dude, like that, like, man, I'd just be bothered that fucking all day long everyone's asking me that shit. I only ask you because my brother-in-law said, dude, make sure when he's on your podcast, you ask him about football and
take a picture
basketball.
Of the,
what's the next thing? I said, fuck.
Take a picture of this box with you and send it to him. See what he says.
All right. I appreciate you coming in, folks. Make sure you guys follow his ass. If you're not fucking listening, dude, you could literally win $250,000 following him on January 11th when he opens these cards live for everybody down at Cards and Coffee. And by the way, that's what I was going to say. I thought Dan invented that whole, because what I thought you guys were doing is I can buy a box from Vegas and they'll open it live.
No, you buy a box from him or a pack. He buys a box and he sells packs.
Right. But I mean, I can call and say, hey, okay, here's $1,000.
Yep.
Open it for me. Mm-hmm. And they just so there's no cheating. Mm-mm. They open it live. Do they do that 24/7?
He has a full-fledged operation. It's crazy.
He's selling the shit out of cards right now?
He's doing really good. You know, Dan's successful.
Well, yeah, he does. Dude, all his friends could fucking blow up any of his businesses. But I didn't know people did that. And I'm like, dude, that's fucking clever.
Wait till this one happens. This is going to be I made world news with a Mike Trout card. This box break will make more world news than I did with the Trout card because this has a Jordan rookie and I'm doing it for free.
Boom. You guys heard him, folks. If you're not following them, get on it, especially by January 11th. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
And as always, keep it real.
Dropping bombs with the real Brad Lee. Subscribe now.